And welcome. We're getting ready to try to capture this swarm of bees. Probably seen the earlier video where we had a swarm here today, and we're going to try to capture these gals and otherwise keep them from being a total loss to us this year. Now these gals here were real helpful this year. They helped really heavy with the honey harvest, and but when a swarm is how a bee colony in nature normally reproduces. And what they'll do is they'll rear another queen, and then at some point in time when they're ready, the old queen will take off with about half of the workforce. What we're going to try to do here is we have a hive all set up. And the hive has, we need to rearrange these, but the hive has about half as many frames, has a good bit of honey and things like that as well too. And it also has two queen excluders, both one on the top and one on the bottom. At least in theory, if we capture this swarm and we're able to get them in there, that they will not leave if the queen is stuck in there. So that's why we're using the queen excluders both on the top and on the bottom. And then we're going to get them in there, and we're going to basically put the entrance reducer on the front of the hive, okay, to more or less lock them in there for a while until they get used to their new habitat. So this is kind of a hit and miss thing sometimes, especially for amateur beekeepers and such. So it'll be interesting to see if this works or not. Stay tuned and we'll get right to it. Okay, and this is an awful big swarm. We're going to attempt to cut the branch and put it in there. This might be amusing if nothing else. You need to get to this side.
I don't think I can.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
You're going to have it.
Okay. I've got it.
Okay. Is it heavy?
Yes. I got it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Let's go get on there.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah. Okay, here's what we have at this point. We were able to snip the branch, set it in here. Now here's where the fun begins. We're going to attempt to shake and otherwise push off all these bees into the hive, and then very quickly close the hive up. Like I said, this may be amusing if nothing else.
Okay.
Alright, like we said, this is where the fun begins. Let's see what we can do here with these gals. All we can do at this point, kind of a mess, is hope we got the queen in there. I don't know how well that's going to be able to be seen on the camera, but I mean, it is just bee-rific out here right now. We have captured the bulk of them, but there's still, here is yet another swarm gathering from this very thick cloud of bees that are all around here. The good news is they are very gentle at this point from gorging on all the honey and things like that. But we can actually, if you look, you can actually see this new cluster forming right in front of your eyes here. So even if we don't catch this swarm, we got some good video if nothing else. What they're doing is what's called festooning, where they actually kind of link together, chain together and such. And the cluster is growing here by the minute. Wish there was a better way to tell if the queen was in there or not. I suppose we should be handling it more to check them, but I think what we'll do here is we'll snip this other branch here with this with this new cluster in it and attempt to put that in the hive as well, and again close it back up and kind of hope for the best. This is only our second swarm we've dealt with, so we're kind of learning on this as well. Okay, we're still watching this swarm. We've boxed most of them. I don't suppose Bob wants his truck back now, does he? But it's hard to tell I think in the video you can probably see them floating, but it is very beerific here still in the air. There's an intense amount of them flying around, and they have started putting together another group over here. So we're going to wait a few minutes, let that grow a little bit, see if we can get them to calm down, and then we're going to cut that branch also and put that branch in with the ones we've gotten so far. So again, this you know, there's some folks that say you can use different things, different attractants and such. I've seen some folks even talk about lemon pledge. I don't know how well that works, but you know, the key is having it when you need it, and unfortunately right now we don't have any of that. We were able to scrap together an additional hive just to hold them. So good idea to have extras of stuff on hand. This is mid-May here. This is actually about the exact time that we had a swarm last year as well too. So you can darn sure bet by 1st of May next year we will have extra equipment, attractant, the whole 9 yards. Alright, we've let approximately 10 minutes pass, and the new swarm here has grown substantially. So we're going to go ahead and cut that limb also and shake them out. It's pretty hard to tell with that many bees where the queen is. At this point she's either in that cluster or in this already hived. So we're going to not take any chances. We're going to go ahead and clip that limb, throw that in the hive also with the bees that are clustering there, and call it a night. Okay, and we've cut the branch, and here is the other swarm. Again, we don't know if the queen's in here or not. It's kind of hard to tell at this point, so we're going to throw them in the box and place the box and call it a night. Alright, what we did, we hope this is going to work out. We put a queen excluder on the bottom and also on the very top, just to try to trap the queen in and such. The swarm, in theory, should not leave without the queen. What we've also done is we've put in an entrance reducer, so they have just a little tiny bit here of ways to get out. So we're going to let this sit for a day or two, see how it goes. Hopefully we just got some free bees. Well, not freebies, but we didn't have to pay $50 for this package. So stay tuned. We'll show you some results of this in one of the upcoming videos. Okay, we went back by our original swarm site just to see, take a little bit better gander at everything and that. The bees that are here still, okay, they seem to be lacking direction. So I would have to assume we did get the queen. I would say there was probably a 90% chance of that. If nothing else, we did have some brood and such when we put that new colony together. We took a deep body hive, and we took some honey from one of our other hives, and we also took some brood from one of the other hives. So the idea being is we're putting them in a familiar environment and such, so that perhaps they stay put. So if for nothing else, our backup is if there's just nothing but 10 or 20,000 worker bees in that new colony, they do have brood in there, and they can raise their own queen as well too. So we'll keep them boxed up for a couple days, and we'll check back on them and put an update up and such. But it would seem like these remaining gals here, they're not clustering, they're not festooning. And they just seem to be kind of wandering around aimlessly, lacking direction. So we have to assume that we actually did capture the queen in this swarm. We'll be checking back on this swarm in updates in the coming weeks. For the Survival Report, I'm Robert Henry and Mrs. Henry, and we appreciate you watching.